I have a theory that Universal has been stepping up their food game. Ever since Epic Universe opened, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios have been adding a ton of new food to the menus, most of which has been very good. And recently, they've added even more food. From entire menu overhauls at quick service locations to amazing looking desserts and tons of unique new snacks. Today, I'm here to try as many of these new dishes as possible, and as always, let you know what is actually worth checking out. First stop, Diagon Alley, where we're gonna be hitting up the Leaky Cauldron for a new menu item. I feel like it's not that often that the restaurants in the Harry Potter lands kind of get new things on the menu, but they just added this traditional sausage roll. This has a house-made rustic pork sausage wrapped in flaky pastry dough with chips, salad, and spicy mustard for $17.99. Out of everything that I'm gonna be trying today, this is probably what I was most excited about, so I wanted to hit it up first. Now, I've seen sausage rolls all over TikTok. If you couldn't guess, I am on Food Talk, and I like to follow a bunch of food creators from all around the world. And whenever they go to the UK, they get these sausage rolls. Are they from like fish and chip places? Something like that, but they always look so good when I see them. So when I saw they added this to the menu, I was super excited. Now, this is pretty small, but there's a lot of meat in here. Like, just lifting this up, this is pretty hefty. And the part that looks the best is this little like brown part at the bottom. It looks like nice and crispy, and this pastry is super buttery. I got it all over my fingers already. Luckily I grabbed some napkins, but I want to dive into this from the end here. I know I should probably bite the front, but no. We're going right for the crispy bits. Wow, this is honestly even better than I thought it would be. The sausage is so juicy and so flavorful. I can't believe it. I feel like you could see just the amount of like seeds. I see some mustard seeds in there, a ton of herbs. It's just so juicy and delicious. And like I said, it's a big portion. There's a lot of meat in here. And then you get that puff pastry crust that is just like super buttery. They have some flaky salt on top of there, and it's so nice and flaky. I think I'm a fan of sausage rolls. Now, I wanted to try it without the mustard first, but they also give you some spicy mustard for dipping. And I love an Italian sausage or a hot dog with some mustard. So I feel like this is gonna be just perfect right here. That mustard somehow makes this even better, if that was even possible. Wow, I am a huge fan of this. This is absolutely delicious. Wow, that mustard with it. Perfect. I will say the price is a little excessive, but this is a 10 out of 10 for me. This is a must get. It's right up there with the fish and chips for like favorite entrees at Leaky Cauldron for me. Next up, we're heading to the snack stand that's located on the bridge right between Simpsons Land and Harry Potter Land. I don't think this cart here has a name, but they have a new Stromboli on the menu. There's actually a couple of new Strombolis all around Universal. This one, however, sounds the most interesting. This is a bacon mac and cheese Stromboli, and it is quite pricey. It costs $15.99. But do you guys know what this reminds me of? As soon as I picked it up, I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, this looks very similar to the mac and cheese cones that they serve over in the Isle of Berk in Epic Universe. Because you know, you've got the bread cone dusted with the everything bagel seasoning and then the mac and cheese inside. So hopefully it tastes just as good as those bread cones. If it does, we'll be in for a treat. But I want to kind of break it in half to see what we're working with. Hopefully the mac is nice and creamy and not too dry, but upon breaking into it, it's honestly not looking too promising. It looks a little bit dry. It smells very good though, so I still have some hope left.
You're doing everything upside down.
You know when something is just really not that great, but you can't stop eating it? That is the kind of experience I am having with the Stromboli. The bread on the outside is really not that great. It's very dry and crusty, but like not crusty in a good way. The everything bagel seasoning on the outside is pretty good. It gives it a little bit of a garlicky seasoning, but the bread is not nearly as good as the bread that they serve the mac and cheese cones in from Epic Universe. But I think the real problem with this Stromboli here is that my mac and cheese is super dry. It's not cheesy at all. The bacon flavor is actually quite good. It tastes like real bacon bits in there and not some type of artificial bacon flavoring, so I do appreciate that. So I don't know if this is a case of it just kind of sitting out for way too long and getting a little bit dried out, because the park is pretty empty today, so that could totally be the case. And Maybe if you get it when they're pumping them out a little bit fresher, it'll be a bit more creamy. But today, my mac and cheese is quite dry. So it's really just like dry carb on top of dry carb. Next up, we're gonna be hitting up this stand here that is located right by the exit of Fast and Furious, because I hear they have some type of interesting take on a hamburger, maybe like a Chinese hamburger. Oh yeah, this is what we're getting right up there, a Chinese hamburger. And I don't want to embarrass myself by trying to pronounce this. So our Chinese hamburger has a fragrant braised pork and a flaky bun for $11.99. And if you end up getting this, this is your warning. It could get very drippy to the point where it drips all over your shoes before you notice. Why does this always happen to me? Maybe this Diet Coke will make me feel better about my shoes. No, but it's certainly tasty. You can see how flaky our bun is. It's really like some phyllo dough there. And we've got our pork just underneath. Now this is like a pulled pork, and I believe they've got some cilantro on there as well. So this is certainly very interesting. It looks very, very good. This is gonna be messy too. I already know it's messy. For how juicy the bag and my shoes now are, I thought this sandwich would be a lot less dry and have a lot more flavor, but it honestly does not have too much flavor at all. I feel like the pork just kind of looks dry, and the bun, similar to the mac and cheese Stromboli that we just had, is kind of dry itself. I feel like this could really benefit from some type of sauce on it. Maybe something spicy like a chili oil. That would actually be so good on here. Chili oil, or even just like a drizzle of hoisin sauce would really help kind of finish everything and pull everything together. Or even some type of like crunchy Asian slaw would be really good on here. But just as it is, the one I got today is very dry. Again, I don't know if that's just because it's been sitting out for a little longer because the park is pretty empty today or what, but the one I have here is just a tad dry for my preference. Well, I made my way over to the Jimmy Fallon ride area because I was hoping to hit up this snack stand right here, 57 fare, because remember I was talking about those Strombolis earlier? Here they have a pizza Stromboli and a Philly cheesesteak Stromboli. They both sound really good, especially that cheesesteak Stromboli, but I think we're out of luck. In the few Universal videos I've filmed, I've realized that you really can't rely on the snack stands or even the quick service restaurants here in the park to actually be open, because they just close them without warnings. There's not really any hours listed for them on the app or anything. So unfortunately, we're not getting that cheesesteak Stromboli today. I was really looking forward to it, but I guess we're gonna have to come back another time to check it out. Dang, that sounded really good too. So since we're not gonna be getting our Philly cheesesteak Stromboli today, I figured we'd hit up one more stop here on the Universal side, Mel's. Mel's usually has really basic theme park fare. Think burgers, hot dogs, tenders, fries, that kind of stuff. But what I think people are sleeping on here are the desserts, and they actually got 2 brand new desserts here. So here at Mel's, we have 2 new cakes. We have a s'mores cake as well as a strawberry shortcake. And these look really good. However, I am so sad because my favorite dessert in the park, probably after the Harry Potter ice cream, was this cookies and cream cake slice that they had here at Mel's. Me and my friends would get it like all the time during Halloween Horror Nights, and it was so good. And it's gone. It's been replaced by these 2 new bundt cakes, which look good. But will they be better than that cookies and cream cake? I don't know about that. So first, let's try the strawberry shortcake, which is a vanilla bundt cake with strawberries and whipped cream for $9.99. I believe we only have 4 strawberries on here, but I could smell those strawberries. They smell very sweet and fresh, which is what I'm hoping for. So let's dig into this cake here. Cut off a little piece of cake. It is super moist. Oh my gosh, I could tell just by cutting into it how moist that cake is. A little whipped cream, a little berry. Oh no. There we go. Okay, this might be a worthy replacement. Even though there's not that many strawberries, the cake in this is so good. That vanilla cake is better than the vanilla cake that they have at the Cake Bake Shop at Disney World. This is some fire vanilla cake. It's so moist. It's like a nice light sponge cake. I love this cake. It's like just a cake on its own. It has no business being that good, but then you get that nice fresh whipped cream on top, and they're using the good kind of whipped cream on this here, which I appreciate. I could definitely use more strawberries. We've got the strawberry sauce. There's only 4 real strawberries. And while the strawberries that they have on here are nice and fresh, and so is that sauce. Like the sauce, really good. Every ingredient on its own is really good. So put it together, it's great. I could just use like a little bit more strawberry. But even though we don't have enough strawberry, the cake is perfect enough that the cake is good on its own. But is it better than the cookies and cream cake? I don't know about that. I might prefer like cookies and cream flavor to strawberry flavor. So I might like it a little more, but this one's a worthy replacement. We still have one more. So this one is the chocolate s'mores, which is a chocolate bundt cake with chocolate sauce, toasted marshmallows, and graham cracker crumbs for $9.99. And tell me this doesn't look like a Chili's molten lava cake just without the ice cream, or like that Applebee's chocolate lava cake. So it looks really good here. And I really like how they kind of toasted the marshmallows right there with like the flame. So that was really nice. Let's dive into this. Just upon cutting in, it doesn't seem as moist as the vanilla one, but maybe it tastes as moist. It's really dry. You know how when a cake is dry, or if people know it's going to be sitting out for a little bit, they kind of drop in some simple syrup, some sugar and water into this cake. And I only know this because I watch a lot of Food Network. But look at the bottom of this. It's kind of just like coated in like a syrupy sugar water. Almost like they kind of just like doused it in that simple syrup because they knew it was a bit dry. But this has so much potential. You know, I love s'mores. I just don't think it's that well done here. I think this would be really, really good if they served it like a molten cake and served it warm. It's unfortunately served cold. And also I wish it had like marshmallow syrup, like some fluff on there, because you really can't get like the marshmallow s'mores vibe just from a couple of toasted marshmallows. Like still keep the toasted marshmallows, but also give us a little fluff or marshmallow sauce on here. And there's also not really enough graham crackers. So it kind of just tastes like a dry chocolate cake. Strawberry shortcake is the winner here for sure. With that, it's time to make our way over to Islands of Adventure, where they also have a ton of new food. First up, we're going to be heading to Toon Lagoon to hit up the Comic Strip Cafe, where they have so many different types of cuisine here. They have some Asian food on the menu, they have deli sandwiches, they have pizza, some other Italian-inspired cuisine, and I decided to pick up 2 things. Got myself a little sandwich as well as an ice cream sundae. This is actually a warm chocolate peanut butter cookie sundae. It has a fresh-baked peanut butter cookie with chocolate ice cream and chopped peanuts for $9.49. Now it says chocolate ice cream, but I can in fact tell you I got vanilla ice cream on mine. I wasn't given an option or anything. They kind of just put vanilla ice cream on. But I actually think I'm gonna like that a little bit more because I feel like chocolate might be a little too rich. So let's dig in here. This cookie itself looks delicious. It's a crispy cookie too. It's gonna be hard to get apart. Okay, there we go. Something like this is really hard to mess up, and this is certainly good. I think the vanilla ice cream is definitely the way to go here. Chocolate definitely would have been way too rich, especially because there's so much chocolate sauce on here. The chocolate would have been overkill, but the vanilla works just right. Now, I do wish the cookie was a bit softer. In some type of warm cookie dessert situation, I think the cookie should be soft and kind of like gooey. This is a very crunchy cookie. It's actually very hard to even get apart with a spoon. And I like a crunchy cookie like this, but I don't think it works as well in an ice cream sundae. This is good. I'm enjoying it and I'm glad I got it, but I don't think this is something that I would feel the need to necessarily get again. We're moving on to our savory item, the grilled Tuscan chicken sandwich. This has provolone, mozzarella, arugula, tomato, and a sun-dried tomato aioli, all on ciabatta bread with fries for $15.49. This sandwich wasn't even originally on my radar until my friend Kevin told me it was very good. So I decided to add it to the list of things we were getting today. And man, I am happy we did because this looks so good. Oh my gosh. Mainly this bread. Do you guys see this ciabatta bread? I don't know if you can hear this. I'm trying to knock on it and do some ASMR, but can you hear how like crunchy it is? And you can just tell how crunchy it is. This bread looks amazing. We've got all those toppings loaded in there that look great as well. That melty cheese. I can't wait to dive into this, honestly. I feel like this sandwich has no business being as good as it is. Like I predicted, that bread is incredible. This bread on its own is so good. It reminds me a lot of like a Sicilian pizza crust. It's light and it's airy, but it's so crispy and crunchy. Perfect bread, honestly. I love the use of that bread on this sandwich. The chicken, really nice and well seasoned. And then you get all that melty cheese on there. Like I said, it's basic things with the arugula, tomato, but it's done really well. This is fantastic. I guess they just have sandwiches on lock here in Toon Lagoon because they recently added like a chopped Italian sandwich and a bread cone. We obviously have this one. A lot of people love the Dagwood sandwich that they have here as well. So man, Toon Lagoon knows how to do a sandwich. This is fantastic. Honestly, one of the best quick service options in this park, in my opinion. Amazing. I will be getting this again. They also served like a salad version of this, which I would imagine would be great as well. But honestly, get the sandwich because this bread is too good to pass up. Right next door to Toon Lagoon is Marvel Superhero Island, and I want to hit up the Cafe 4 restaurant because they have some new food that I am definitely interested in. The foods that I'm talking about are these new garlic knot sliders. Now they have a meatball parm version of this, and they also have a chicken parm version of it, and that's what I ended up going with. This garlic parm slider has breaded chicken breast, marinara sauce, and mozzarella on a house-made garlic knot for $15.99. We've got two little sliders here, and how good do these look? They forgot to mention that there's also some pesto on there, which I love pesto, so that should be really tasty, I can tell you. They're very buttery, too. There's a big butter pile on the plate, but I like to see it with a garlic knot slider. We have another hit on our hands with this one. This is so good. The garlic knot itself tastes pretty fresh. It's nice and fluffy, and it has a great garlic Parmesan herb kind of flavor. The garlic knot is great. The chicken on there could be a little bit better. It's not super crispy or anything, but the marinara is good. There's a good amount of cheese. There's a good amount of pesto. That's really tasty. I'm so shocked. I don't know if I've ever had anything that good from Cafe 4 before. Usually the only time I eat here is during the Orlando Informer meetup when all of the food is included. But man, I hope they have these for the Orlando Informer meetup because they are so good. I bet the meatball one is probably just as good. I'm just personally more of a chicken parm girl, but the meatball here would be great as well. Wow. This is impressive. As I was checking out at the register, I looked over and I noticed these s'mores cookies. And honestly, I was gonna pass up on it, but it looked way too good to pass up on. So I also picked up the s'mores cookie from Cafe 4, which has chocolate chips, toasted marshmallow, and graham cracker for $6.29. I mean, just look at this cookie. How could I pass it up? It looks so cakey. It almost looks like the top of a muffin. That's how like thick it is. And wow. It's even thicker when I pick it up off the plate. Would you look at that? Look how many chocolate chips are on the outside. And I like how this also has like full graham cracker cookies on the top instead of just that little bit of crumbs that the graham cracker or the s'mores bundt cake that we just had on top. Man, this looks amazing. Oh my God, I am not even kidding when I tell you this is one of the best cookies I've maybe ever had in my life. What is going on with this? I'm so happy I got this. The cookie is super buttery and soft, but has the most perfect crisp and crunch from the outside, but the inside is cakey and it has almost like a muffin consistency. It's very similar to like a chocolate chip muffin, but then you get those melty marshmallows in the inside. Are you kidding me? I'm so shook right now. This is literally one of the best cookies I've ever had in my life, let alone in a theme park. It's right up there with Gideon's. It's right up there with Gideon's from Disney Springs. Man. I didn't expect this at all, which is why I guess I'm so shook. But if you are coming to Islands of Adventure, this is a must get. This is the best thing I've eaten today, and I wasn't even gonna get it. So very happy I did. I fear I may never get over that cookie, but we have got to move because our next stop is closing very soon. Luckily, we made it over to the Lost Continent and the Desert Kebab House just in time to grab this Dubai chocolate brownie. This is a fudge brownie with pistachio cream, toasted kataffi, and chocolate ganache for $7.49. As soon as I saw this on the menu, I knew I had to try it out. And look at all those layers. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. The texture of that crunchy kataffi with that extra fudgy brownie is unreal. I love this, and I'm honestly not even getting that much pistachio flavor. I wish there was a bit more pistachio cream in there. I feel like this could use like a thicker layer of that pistachio cream. But the kataffi, the crunchy kataffi, is so good here. The chocolate ganache layer on top just adds an extra fudgy kind of element. Yeah. I love this. I love anything Dubai chocolate flavored, so there's no surprise there. That's why I definitely wanted to check this out. There's actually another new Dubai style chocolate dessert that I wanted to try in the park today in Islands at the Croissant Moon Bakery. They have a new jumbo pistachio chocolate cinnamon roll, and they also have a jumbo cookie butter cinnamon roll. Both those sound good. I don't know how I would have decided between the two of them, because those are two of like my favorite dessert flavors. Cookie butter and Dubai chocolate sounds really good. Unfortunately, by the time we got into Islands today, Croissant Moon Bakery was closed, but I wish I got to try that one as well. That sounds amazing, but give me anything Dubai chocolate. This brownie's good. There's one last snack I want to grab here today, so we're heading back into Seuss Landing, where they have a popcorn cart right across from the Cat in the Hat attraction, serving up garlic Parmesan popcorn. Now, there are a couple of different ways you can order this. They have it available in a souvenir bucket for $15.79. You could get a refill of your bucket for $3.99, or you could just get a cup of it like I did for $7.49. So this is about $1.50 more than just your plain old buttered popcorn that they have over there, but I have a feeling it's gonna be worth it. I love this, although I will say, it is quite salty, probably from the copious amounts of butter that are on this and then the extra Parmesan flavor. I don't know how much it tastes like garlic Parmesan. It tastes more like sour cream and onion to me, but I don't mind that. I still think it tastes very good. Now, this isn't popped with the garlic Parmesan flavor. They take the popcorn and they kind of put it in a bin, and then they mix it with the seasoning, kind of shake it all up to get every piece coated, and every piece is coated. They definitely did not miss out on that seasoning. You could kind of see it, I don't know if you can, but it was kind of just flying off onto my pants. I like this. I really like any type of flavored popcorn, and I've been missing the flavored popcorn that they have over in Epcot. They used to have this buffalo blue cheese popcorn, a cheddar popcorn, and I think it's sour cream and chive popcorn, and they were all really good. So I'm happy they kind of have them now at Universal, and they also have them in DCA at the Cozy Cone. I love their pickle popcorn over there. So we have this garlic Parmesan flavor, and then there's also a couple of other flavors around the park. So they have a bacon and cheese flavored popcorn at Interplanetary Popcorn. I believe that's over in Marvel Superhero Island. And then they also have a maple bourbon habanero popcorn, which is at Poop Deck Pappy's, which I believe is in Toon Lagoon. I think I'm just gonna skip with this one here today because we've had enough snacks, but I would get this one again. Well, it has certainly been a day full of amazing foods over at Universal Studios and here at Islands of Adventure. There are so many new foods that I would highly recommend you guys checking out, and hopefully if you're coming to the park soon, this video kind of helps you plan what you're gonna eat here. And with all of the great food that we had today, I think I could certainly say that Universal and Islands are stepping up their food game and really following in Epic Universe's footsteps, which is a great sign. And that's gonna do it for us. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. As always, if you enjoy honest food reviews, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.